Welcome, everyone, to Podcastville. Another awesome episode hosted by yours truly, Mario Rico. I'm here today with my co-hosts, Nicholas Boyle, going formal, and Khalil Farah. Is that?
That's right.
That's how you pronounce it.
That's it, Khalil?
Yeah,
Nice. Great episode today, guys. I'm really excited. I was up late, though. I was watching. Have you seen Welcome to Wrexham?
Oh, yeah.
This show about Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney bought a Welsh soccer team.
Like a 5th division team.
Yeah, and they're building it up. It's the coolest thing. And I realized, I want to be their friend. Like, I think that's going to be my new career. That's what I want to do as a career. I want to move to Wrexham and try to run into them and just be
like
friends
be his assistant? Like
I don't know, just like anything that they need. I guess that's an assistant.
Right.
But I kind of want to get paid a lot of money by them and just hang out with them and be friends.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a good...
Sort of friend, sort of employee.
Right. Like, I want a modest salary, nothing crazy, $500,000 to $1 million, $500,000 to $1 million.
Fair.
And then I don't want any responsibilities. I just want to hang out with these guys.
Yeah.
I think that's...
Like their jester, almost.
Maybe. They're pretty funny guys, though.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be like the serious one.
Oh.
Yeah. So it got me to thinking about celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
And, because we're going to become celebrities soon. In fact, people know you because you're on billboards and stuff.
Right.
Yeah. I get recognized a little bit on the weekends.
Do you actually?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, that's
Like
pretty
people are like,
sweet.
oh, you're the guy on the billboards.
Yeah.
Do they know you by name or?
No.
Do they
No,
say
I think my name's hard.
Khalil?
You know, that's a weird one.
Khalilis?
They don't say any. No.
They don't say the formal?
No attempts.
No? Someone noticed me the other day. They're like, oh my gosh, you're the guy from the podcast.
Really?
No. That'd be
Oh.
sweet, though.
Yeah.
But I get starstruck pretty easily with actors in movies, TV. That's my thing. Athletes, not so much. Although if I ran into Josh Allen and the Bills, I'd probably go crazy like a little high school girl or
Didn't you
something.
run into a celebrity in Jacksonville recently?
I did. So I was driving to work. I was downtown on a street downtown. I don't know which one.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the comedian. Do you guys know Eric Andre?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does his own show on Comedy Central, right?
Yeah. And he's crossing the street, and I couldn't remember his name.
Isn't his show like a prank show?
I think so.
Was he pranking people or he was just walking?
No, I guess he was in town. He was performing at University of North Florida, UNF.
Oh, like a stand-up thing?
Yeah, stand-up thing. But he was checking out downtown. And someone said he does like a podcast, I guess, where he talks about different cities that he travels to.
Oh.
I wonder what he was saying about Jacksonville.
Did he do a Jacksonville one?
I haven't listened yet, but there's not much downtown.
Yeah, someone should have gotten him to some other parts of town.
Yeah. But I couldn't remember his name. And then I saw him later. They posted the coffee shop downtown that he was there.
Right.
And I tried to get Nick to go with me to stalk him, but
I
went. He wasn't there. But it got me thinking, is it just me or is everyone starstruck? Would you guys get starstruck by someone?
I mean, it's interesting to be starstruck because you're kind of like, do I say something? He's just a normal person? They're just at Publix. Like you see when Messi came to Miami.
Oh.
And he went through Publix. They had each aisle lined off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that makes
you
sense.
couldn't see him, but he was walking through Publix with his kids.
Yeah, imagine people like that. They're just constantly being mobbed.
Yeah, always.
And I wouldn't get an autograph. You need a photo to prove to people. I've had 2 run-ins with 2 big celebrities before. After I passed the bar, we were in Tampa, Burns Steakhouse. You guys heard of Burns?
Oh, yeah.
It's like a famous steakhouse.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena happened to be there that night.
That's cool.
And
you saw him?
I had a little bit too much wine.
You couldn't see him.
Ha 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 ha.
You see what I did there? Yeah.
Producer Cole's laughing.
Right.
Just knock it off. Okay,
Right.
I'm the funny one. I had too much wine. I approached him in his private room. Super nice guy. He even knew about the bar exam. He said, good luck when your results come out. As if I wasn't going to pass.
Did you
Good
tell
luck.
him? Did you tell him you took the bar?
Yeah.
Oh.
But he
okay.
knew all about it. And then I was at Disney World, and John Travolta was in line behind me. We were on a Small World, which don't recommend going on that ride. And he comes down from this private entrance and gets right behind me. And I turned around and I go, oh my God, you're John Travolta. And he started laughing. And he goes, yeah, I am. And that was it. Yeah.
Did he sing and dance or no?
He did. He's pretty huge now.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah,
right?
he's gotten stronger.
Yeah, he picked me up. He threw me into the water, and I sued Disney. That was actually how I got Farah job.
Oh, wow.
That's a
That's how
joke.
it started.
Anyways, so have you guys ever ran into anyone in Jacksonville? Have you ever...
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Jaguar players. I feel
Yeah.
around town.
Really?
Yeah.
I've only ever seen Bortles.
Well, I played in a golf scramble.
Saw him many times at the beach bars.
Yeah.
He was chaperoning.
Yeah, no drinking.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I played a golf scramble. He was there, and I remember walking up to
Bortles?
the. I walked up to the driving range. I'm like, who is this huge dude,
Dude, he's
just
so
mashing
big.
golf balls?
You think he's a linebacker?
Yeah, he's huge.
Yeah, he's so big.
You know who I saw playing golf the other day? Is crushing is Rasheed Mathis.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The old retired corner. He was, driving them 300-400
Does he still look
yards.
like an NFL player?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He does not look like he could. He looks like he could suit up tomorrow.
I thought you were
Wow.
going to say, guess who I saw the other day playing golf, and then tell us you saw Tiger Woods on TV or something.
right. The old Aaron Judge attitude.
Right. But no, I mean, I would love to have a beer or like a plate of wings with a celebrity, and it would be the highlight of my life, I think. Like Paul Rudd. I would love to have chicken wings
Look
with
at
Paul
us.
Rudd. Look at us, right. Look at us.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't get that, it's from Hot Wings with Paul Rudd.
Right. They're eating wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it made sense.
So localizing it a little bit, because, we're Jack's guys, St. John's guy, beach guys. If you could have a day with a Jack celebrity, who would it be and what would you do?
Why don't you go first?
Okay. So I was really excited when I was looking at like Jacksonville celebrities. A little known actress named Ashley Greene. Okay, she was one of the sisters
From Twilight.
from Twilight. Yup.
Can't say I saw it.
Not only did I see all the Twilight movies,
You read it.
I read
had a
all
blankie.
the Twilight books. I didn't have the blankie.
I saw the blankie.
I didn't have the
He's
posters.
got the blankie.
I was dating a girl. We read them together. Didn't work out. I was 3 books in. I had to finish the 4th book. I went to
How many
Barnes-
books are there?
There's 4, 5 movies. I went and bought the book. 10 years later, they remade the first book from a different perspective, Edward, the vampire. I bought it as a 29-year-old man and then returned it because I realized I can't.
You didn't
I
read
can't
that
do
one?
this. No. But I had a big crush on Ashley Greene. I would go get breakfast with Ashley Greene at a diner of my choosing.
Yeah.
But I don't want to tell
She
you.
lives in Jacksonville now, right?
No.
Oh, really?
She doesn't live in Jacksonville now.
Oh.
She probably lives in Hollywood. So, California. So I would pick Ashley Greene. Ashley, if you're watching, I love you. Yes. So what about you, Khalil? Who would you get together with?
I've seen him around, and it's always fun. I would get together with a group of the old Jag players, like specifically Fred Taylor. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Would be a fun guy to talk to.
Yeah, for sure.
Does he still live in Jacksonville?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He still covers the team. I think.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh.
Him or like some of the old linemen I used to like Marcus Stroud and John Henderson. Those guys. Get a cigar sometime. That'd be fun.
You probably could. That's like a realistic
Yeah. Oh
thing.
yeah. I mean, you could. It's more realistic than you going on a date with Ashley Greene for sure.
Well, just a diner.
Well, I think she's
just golf.
married.
Yeah, right.
So her husband would have to sit close by.
Or with you.
No, I wouldn't allow that.
No, that's not
Yeah,
allowed.
no.
Yeah.
What about you, Nick? Who would you pick?
So I'm a big golf guy.
Okay.
I would pick Cam Smith. I think he'd be a lot of fun.
Oh, we did see him together.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. At Anejo. That's why they were my top taco pick before. It all goes to the ambiance
What
of
a
Cam
day!
Smith. I
You
know.
saw your celebrity
Had my
crush and
tacos.
your tacos.
Yeah.
Wow, that was the highlight of your life.
It was good. Everybody kind of like in the restaurant was kind of just like looking like, is that the guy that just won the Players? That night.
He'd
It
won-
was that night.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just walking through the restaurant with his family. Nobody bothered him, which I thought was
I wanted to.
commendable.
That's
Remember?
nice. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wanted to though. Nick told me not to.
Yeah, he was like, go say hi. I was like, he's with his family.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I think that'd be fun. Play golf, be cool. Go on his boat.
It's a little
I
cliche.
hear he's got a nice boat, right, Cole? Yeah,
He definitely does.
right.
You've been on the boat?
I've seen the boat. It's passed me on my boat. Well, it's not even my boat. It's my dad's boat.
I thought you were gonna choose Eddie or Chuck Farah to have a beer with.
Well, that would be a dream of mine.
Yeah. And
You
if
know.
you chose them, I'd say you are a suck up.
Well, we have had beers with
I was
Eddie
gonna
and Chuck
say.
Farah.
I'm sure we've had enough office
That's
happy
true.
hours.
One of my celebrity dreams was to do a podcast with Khalil Farah. So
Yeah, there you go.
Aim big.
Well,
yeah, aim big.
I got to exchange a knowing nod to Eddie the other day. I was walking with the gear
Did you really?
for this podcast, and we just looked at each other.
You're
one
in,
nod.
man.
he's
You're
like, who's
in.
that guy?
You know what's funny when clients come in and they see your dad or your uncle and they react like they're celebrities.
Yeah, they're just lawyers.
They're like, "Oh my god,
Right.
you get to see them?" I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I see them every day.
Or a client says, I went to high school with them.
Yeah,
Like, great.
they think it's like, "Why don't you go tell Eddie?" Yeah, tell Eddie that I went to high school.
Right,
It's
right.
like, I will.
Right.
It'll go a long way.
Right.
So, cool. Well, that is a perfect segue. I'm a big Segway guy.
Mm-hmm.
I even have a Segway. I don't use a car anymore.
Do you?
I just Segway on the Arlington Express to get to work.
Doesn't seem safe.
From the beach.
Are you
to
allowed
the
to do that?
Arlington Express.
I don't think you can segue on the road. I don't think
Well, I
so.
just tell them I went to high school with Eddie Farah.
And they're like,
so, yeah, they
the
let
cop's
it go.
like, yeah, me too.
They're the same age.
Exactly. I just aged really well. There's a big strike going on, if you guys didn't know this, in the Hollywood verse with actors and with writers. It's called the SAG-AFTRA, Writers Screen Actors Guild, and it's a long one. I will get this. American Federation of Television and Radio Artists. Okay, the union has formed. Well, they have always been in a union. They're making demands for a pay increase, essentially, from a large portion of the studios who, I don't say monopolize, but kind of run the industry. Okay, I'm going to just give you a little bit of a way of background what's going on, because this has affected pretty much every aspect of media across the country and internationally, because we do international, work as well. From May until now, like everything that's pretty much been in production has stopped and has delayed everything. Okay, so this is based on the Washington Post. I'm just going to give you guys a little bit of a background. We can discuss it. Actors and writers are seeking increases in their base pay, as well as a greater share of earnings from shows that appear on streaming services. The SAG president, Fran Drescher, who you might know from The Nanny. You guys remember the TV show The Nanny?
The Nanny.
No?
Nope.
Really?
Can't say I saw it.
Well, you should go catch it. It's okay. I don't like it. Anyways, she is the SAG president. She's saying compensation from streaming has been a key issue as online video entertainment takes predominance over broadcast and cable TV. Okay?
Yeah.
Both actors and writers are also seeking protections against studios from using artificial intelligence to replace their jobs. Now, the way in which you're doing that is this union is fighting to prevent the AI utilization of both scripts, where their jobs are pretty much getting replaced, because you can go on like ChatGPT, for example, and say, write me a comedy script, blah, blah, blah. And also the use of AI in replicating them in certain roles. So we've seen this a lot already.
Like their faces.
Yeah, not only that, but they can do complete body replication. I mean, remember it started early on with the Tupac
The hologram.
But now you're getting, in the 5th Indiana Jones, it was just the face, but you get a body double step in.
And then they can make the face look...
Exactly. So they're seeking a minimal commitment of 6 writers per staff and 13 weeks of work for each show. So they're guaranteed these things, plus a 5% increase in base pay and additional compensation for hit shows on streaming. Now, you got to remember, back in the olden days, the 90s into the early to mid 2000s, streaming services weren't really a thing.
Well,
okay?
and these are these more TV show strikes or these movie strikes?
Both. Yes.
Writers.
Right, because I mean, pre-COVID, this might not have been an issue, but when COVID happened, what HBO was like buying movies to go on to TV,
Exactly.
it was just streaming out, and the contracts weren't changing.
Right, and a big thing, especially for TV actors and writers, they get residuals, right? So if TBS, TNT, Fox, your local CBS and NBC, they'll have reruns. And for example, the Seinfeld actors made millions of dollars for years based on the residuals from these episodes.
Right.
Well, with streaming services coming in and these studios selling the rights of these TV shows and movies to be on the streaming platforms, they're not getting residuals.
Yeah, Netflix made the show. They're going to keep it on Netflix forever, and they don't have to
Exactly.
pay anybody
Right.
for it.
Or look at
Or even if it goes to Hulu, it's probably not in the actors or writers' contracts that once it goes
Exactly.
to Hulu, you're not getting residual from that.
Right. So, you might look at the story from the outset and think, oh, these are rich actors, writers, how dare they? In reality, it's not. Now, those prominent people in the media that we know and love, these actors, yes, they are picketing along with everyone else. But in reality, the average salary for the writers and the actors, these are like blue collar workers here. They're going in each day, day out. I had read something that the average salary for one of these working writers was $27,000 a year. Okay.
Wow.
So they need the work. Okay. So they need the work, and it's greatly affected. It's greatly affected the industry. Everything's been on strike, so everything's been delayed. So we aren't seeing any new content. All the content that's new that we've seen has already been shot. Okay. It's opened the doors for smaller studios. Have you guys heard of A24? It's a smaller studio.
No.
A24, if you want to bring up, Nick, some of the work that they've done some pretty well-known movies already. But these smaller studios are essentially saying, you know what, we'll give you everything we want. So it's their opportunity now to pick off the best writers and actors that are essentially.
So they have the opportunity now to make stuff when nobody else is making it.
Exactly.
They did the everything everywhere all at once. Didn't that win a bunch of stuff?
Oscar.
They did
Yeah,
Uncut Gems.
Uncut Gems, right.
Uncut Gems is a good one too.
Yeah.
Euphoria on HBO.
So
Ooh, some bangers.
it's a lot. I like to follow the story because, movies and TV are kind of like my favorite thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been keeping an update on this just for my favorite shows to see if they're going to get produced and whatnot. I don't know. What do you guys think? Nick, do you have any thoughts on this?
Well, I mean, I was trying to look up, like, how is this affecting, I guess, the economy of movies and TV?
Oh.
I think, well, in relation to, there was a actors and writers strike in 2008 too, wasn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, there was.
I think I read somewhere that it cost that industry $2.2 billion. And like right now in the economy that we have now with rates of inflation, all that kind of stuff, it could probably cost way more than that now. I wonder how long they can go, the studios, with allowing, or not allowing, but, without negotiating to an agreement.
Yeah, and it's always not just the pay. There's always so many terms that are part of these labor contracts.
Right.
I know that even just making a commercial, there's so many aspects that we have to conform to because we use unionized workers. I mean, just things like, the cameraman has to be given this many hours of break time per hours of shooting, and same with the sound guy.
Crazy. I didn't even, because you have a first look at all this stuff.
Food has to be provided every so often, and no, it's good because it's it ensures that everyone gets equal treatment or fair treatment when they're on a job site.
Huh.
But yeah, these labor agreements end up being pretty substantial. I mean, it's not just the money.
Just the money, yeah.
It's a lot about working conditions too.
Right.
So this came into law in 1935. Actually, the Congress passed the National Labor Relations Act, making it clear that it's policy of the United States to pretty much encourage collective bargaining by protecting workers' full freedom of association. Okay. So I think unions, when you hear unions, it's pretty it's stigmatized to be a negative thing.
Right.
But in reality, you see something like what's going on with the actors and the writers. This is a crucial, they're a crucial entity in protecting the rights of people like that, right? Yeah, go ahead.
And well, I was going to say just from seeing clips on Instagram or Facebook or TikTok or whatever, it's really affecting the not A-listers, right?
Right.
And that, the
they might not
agreements
be able to buy the sixth home.
Right.
Or pay to have Mario be their best friend, $1 million a year.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, it's super interesting to see how it's going to resolve. I mean, like you said, unions always look in the negative light. I've always been fascinated to wonder, like, why does a union even happen? What is it? Is it because somebody's job site was bad, or that they just worked too long?
I mean, it start with factories. It goes back to in the old days. That was really the only way to get working conditions to be
promise them
decent. Yeah, it was. If you
we should
didn't
have
have
a lawyers union.
We sort of do. It's called the bar.
Oh, I guess you're right.
And it requires certain things. It requires certain things to be a member. You have to pass a bar exam.
That's true.
You have certain ethics rules that you have to follow. And
unless you're Mike from Suits.
Right. You don't have to do any of that.
You get to do what you want.
Exactly. So, can you please put your cell phone on silent?
I've muted it. Sorry.
Yeah. How dare you?
My bad.
Come on, man.
So, from a legal perspective, with the Hollywood stuff, would y'all as lawyers be the mediators between these groups of people? How does this get resolved?
Yeah.
Very astute question, producer Cole.
Usually these get worked out in sort of a mediation between the attorneys that represent the actors and the attorneys that will represent the actual studios. They'll sit down, they go over terms, and there'll be negotiation.
But isn't this something that they agreed to?
Yeah, but a union contract is usually for a set period of time. I mean, we see it all the time with players' unions in the NFL.
Right.
That the collective...
They're always trying to change it.
Right. The collective agreement is through 2028 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then once it's done, it has to be renegotiated.
Is that where they are now? Are they in the middle of a union contract, or are we...
Well, not necessarily, but all these things are coming to light. These are new policies and procedures taking place due to the streaming services. So this is something, the old union contracts, even as early or as late as 2008, 2009, they didn't address for stuff like this.
Right, so they're like, we missed this because we didn't know this was going to happen.
Yeah, nobody knew about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
So now is our time to renegotiate. And essentially what they're saying is you've already signed your union agreement, the contract. You've agreed to these conditions. It's not time to renegotiate.
Right.
So I don't know. Have you guys, Khalil, do you guys ever have to deal with commercials and stuff? Are there attorneys for these representative workers or anything like that?
yeah, everything gets worked out. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
In advance. Yeah.
Man, that's cool. Do you have a?
We do use a lot of local crews though, which
Yeah.
we always like.
Do you ever get Ashley Green on your commercials?
We didn't know.
Because her last name's Green.
She's probably outside of our price range.
What if I send her like a video and be like, "Hey, why don't you come aboard? I'll take you out for breakfast. We'll go to a diner."
Like, what is this, like a reverse cameo? Like you're sending her a video?
Yeah.
You should do that.
Maybe I should
give
try.
it a shot.
Yeah.
She might need the work because of the strike.
Well, Twilight's still big, so.
Oh, well, okay. A lot to digest there. I will be following it closely. I'm really excited for the Daredevil series on Disney Plus, and they've put that on hold. It was supposed to come out of spring
Didn't
of
they
2024.
fire the actor?
Oh, no. Charlie Cox is Daredevil.
Oh, I thought there was like discussion and he wasn't doing
man?
it.
Just why don't you do some research before you say blasphemous things
Well,
like that?
isn't that? Yeah, I guess you're right.
Just stay in your life.
I should use Google instead of asking my friends. It's my bad.
Okay, how dare you? So that was Legal Corner presented by Farah and Farah. We're gonna kind of stay on the celebrity train. Not really, but I referenced earlier. I want to take Ashley Green to a diner, and I kind of said that selfishly because I love diners, guys. Okay, so it's time for Power Ranks Jax. Today's edition is top diners in town. Why did I choose diners? Well,
You can get anything at any time.
right. The real fascination with diners came from my dad and I read. Have you guys heard of Lee Childs? He's an author. He does the Jack Reacher novels.
Yeah. I know the Jack Reacher novels, but
Jack Reacher made a movie with Tom Cruise.
Right.
The Tom Cruise in there. He is like this former military cop, and he's like a vagabond. He travels all around. He goes to diners, and in the book they describe these breakfasts like eggs, bacon, black coffee, just like your heart of the earth type, breakfast. So my dad and I would go to as many diners as we could and we call it Reacher breakfast. So it became a thing.
Oh, cool.
Now I go to as many diners as I can, and I think there's quite a good collection of them in Jacksonville.
yeah.
So I don't want to do two each. I kind of want to stick to one today, and tell you what my our favorite items on the menu, and go from there. So producer Cole, why don't you kick us off and choose who was going to have the first pick in the diner draft?
We're going to start with the Ashley Green Jack Reacher breakfast or dinner.
Or
diner.
lunch.
That's me. Okay, Ashley, if you're listening, this is where I'm taking you. My favorite diner in town, guys, is Metro Diner. Okay, there might be a cliche answer, or pick rather, but I love it.
I mean, it's good enough to make national TV, right? Diners, drive-ins, and dives came.
Did they go there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they did.
That's
Yeah. But the only thing
He tried the guy tried the chicken and waffles.
Yeah,
He had
that's
the
the
whole
best thing.
chicken with waffles and that blueberry butter.
do we like Guy Fieri? Are we a
Yeah.
fan of him?
Yeah.
I don't have strong feelings one
No?
way or another on Guy Fieri.
Well, he's said a
Well,
lot
it's entertaining.
about. You should hear what he says about you. Big fan.
He's a
big fan.
Khalil guy.
yeah.
Just his style bothers me. Like,
I think he's secretly like a really good dude.
Oh,
Is he?
yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you
yeah.
should look at like his philanthropic kind of efforts and stuff like that.
Philharmonic. You want me to take him to a concert?
I do.
Okay, maybe I will.
He'll tell you about all the things he does.
Yeah, what's your gripe? What is it, the hair?
Yeah, it's just the hair. Just
Yeah.
not- yeah.
It's fun.
It
It's
looks like
exciting.
those visors with the fake hair on them,
Well, I think he started that.
Did he really?
My-
Anyways, so Metro Diner, I love it. It's a lot of food. And it's very reasonably priced. Okay. If you take your dad, though, if your dad's go, you can make your dad pay, so you don't have to worry about price.
Is it a requirement for a diner, and it can be anywhere, right,
Yeah.
that there's billboards and advertisements either in the table or on the menu? Is that a requirement?
That's what makes it awesome.
Yeah, that's when you know you're at a diner.
Yeah. Or the
You're like-
mugs that have,
Right.
like, the history of the diner on them.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then, like, the advertisements are always, like, power washer, and then...
Realtor.
Yeah, right, and just, like, stuff that you can use your friend or Google to find out.
We need
Right,
to get Fair and Fair on the Metro Diner menu.
I'll do my best.
Please.
We'll see if it's in the budget.
Mr. Metro, if you're listening.
Right, Mr. Diner, actually.
Mr. Diner.
Yeah.
So I get a very basic order. I actually go a lot with Nick, or at least we used to go before, his family took precedence over our friendship.
My bad.
I get scrambled eggs,
Mm-hmm.
sausage patties. Actually, Nick, do you remember the rest of mine?
Wheat toast,
Dry.
Dry. No, right. No butter because you put jelly on it.
Yep.
Right.
And hash browns.
And hash browns.
Crispy.
Right.
And the coffee.
And a bunch of ketchup for the eggs and the sausage.
Yeah. You can't go more than 2 sips of coffee without someone topping it off.
Right.
That's how
Do you need more coffee?
Yeah.
Sure.
That's how you know it's a good diner.
Right.
You leave with a full belly, anxiety through the roof because you've had so much caffeine, and you have the rest of your day. So, Ashley, if you're listening, we'd have a delicious breakfast, and we can do whatever we wanted afterwards. So, Metro Diner is my pick.
Do we do restraining orders at Farah?
We should.
Metro Diner is my pick. Cole, who's picking second in this lovely diner's drafts?
We're going right to Khalil.
All right. Khalil.
All right. My favorite diner in Jax, a special place in my heart, Fox Restaurant out in Avondale.
Oh, I love the Fox.
Fox is good. Fox is good. Old school diner. It's been a diner for a long time. My grandfather actually ran a restaurant
That's pretty
there
cool.
in the 60s.
Yeah,
Wait,
wow.
in that spot?
In that spot.
Oh, cool.
What was it called?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's a weird name for a diner. But.
Yeah, it wasn't Fox. But yeah, so it's been there a long time in some iteration, but it's always been a diner. I'm a big breakfast food at diner guy.
Yeah, you know,
Me too.
I wasn't my almost whole life. Like, I'll eat anything.
That was a gasp.
I heard.
Okay.
And I just couldn't get around like breakfast food. Couldn't do it.
I think
But
it's
now
the best foods.
I love it. And I'm sad that I missed out on all the times I could have breakfast.
I only do it on
Yeah,
the weekends, though. I skip breakfast during the week.
I don't eat it during the week, but on the weekends, if it's like 11,
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
perfect.
perfect time.
Some people call it, like the bougie people call that brunch.
Well, yeah,
Have you guys ever done Brenner?
yes.
Breakfast for dinner.
You've never done that? Like
I don't think
eggs?
so.
That
I've done
will-
eggs, yeah.
that
and
will
then bacon? Just
Mind mess you up. I wanted to say something else, but we
Right.
can't because this is for children. But you're having breakfast for dinner and it's dark out? What?
yeah, wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Can you tell the audience about the inside of the Fox, though? What makes the Fox so cool?
It's pretty eclectic. There's just a lot of things on the wall, sort of old school
Advertisements
lights.
on the
And,
table.
yeah,
80s
yeah,
and 90s,
exactly.
There's like 80s and 90s toys.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. They
Yeah.
haven't been cleaned in years.
Yeah, and it's a cool spot because that Avondale area, you can sort of walk up and down the block afterwards.
I used to go every 4 weeks. My buddy and I would go get breakfast and then get haircuts
That's
right
nice.
down the street. It was a great tradition.
Yeah.
Mike, I missed that. Mike, what happened? Actually asked out the waitress there. We had quite a romantic endeavor. We never got together.
We really need to get this
We
restraining
need
order.
to get him.
We gotta get
Just
Some
kidding,
help.
actually. I didn't do it. So Fox, that's a solid pick. That's good. Nicholas, you are the last one here.
I'm going to go, and I know
Denny's.
Khalil's not going to like it,
Uh-oh.
but I'm going to go Beach Diner. I just
Okay.
Why
Wouldn't
love
Khalil
it.
like it?
I don't know. I think, well, we had some conversation before. And
We did.
Khalil said, I'm not really into it.
Okay.
But I think the reason is because you're getting the wrong item.
Probably.
Let me explain this.
I
Help
can't
me.
go there anymore. I
Teach me,
went
teach
there a lot with an ex-girlfriend. It hurts to go.
Okay, look. I'm the resident fat kid here.
Okay.
Okay. So, or prior, but I still, it blows through me.
Yeah.
You got to get the fried chicken with sausage gravy. I know this sounds heavy.
That's very
Hang on,
heavy.
I'm sorry, as I'm not a Southern guy, what is fried chicken?
So, because you can have chicken fried steak, which means the steak is breaded like it was fried chicken.
Okay.
So they're just playing off of that by saying, this is fried chicken, but we're chicken frying the chicken. Because
Okay.
it's breaded like fried chicken. That's
Okay.
just the idea.
Okay.
It's
It's
fried
just
chicken.
fun. Right.
Yeah.
So it's just fried chicken.
Right, but it's chicken fried chicken. Because it's not chicken fried steak.
Okay.
You understand?
I get it.
Okay.
They're being cute. Little
Right,
tongue
right.
in cheek.
Right. And
Little-
then the gravy or the
Little bastards over there.
yeah,
Okay.
right. The gravy is like that sausage gravy, the what is it, red eye gravy or whatever it's called?
Yeah, they'll give you like instant diabetes type thing.
No. It's
No.
salty, savory.
Yeah.
Oh, savory. Okay.
Yeah. I think it's made with coffee. And
Coffee.
sausage. Yeah,
You have coffee in there?
There, yep.
It
At
has
this
like the
diner.
consistency of paper mache.
It's a little thinner at Beach Diner, but that's why I like it.
Papier mâché.
Because it's chicken tendies.
Oh boy.
It's
My
not like a
favorite food.
flattened thing.
Oof.
But okay, so then in the gravy are pieces of sausage, and then you get like 2 over medium eggs with hash browns, a English muffin with butter. It's just so good.
You don't go
That's not
dry.
good.
No, not dry. And not dry toast. That's terrible. Just
Wheat toast.
That's right.
At
This is
that.
the driest thing ever. No, but it's really good. I mean, it's one of those places that has the advertisements on the mug, so it's good stuff.
Yeah, it is good. The owner is always walking around.
I don't know.
Yeah,
who the
he
owner
is, and he'll talk to you forever.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah. It's like, I just want to enjoy my fried chicken. Awesome. Well, I'm going to give an honorable mention. I don't know if it's a chain, so I feel kind of weird if it is. Is Ida Claire a chain?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It is.
Is
Went
it?
there for breakfast with my mom. Just delightful.
It's good.
But they, it was supposed to be scrambled egg breakfast. They brought out 1 egg. And I told the lady, I said, is this it? She apologized.
How many eggs did you get?
It was supposed to be 2. She brought like 3 more out.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was great. It was delicious.
Yeah, we were talking about Johnny Angels.
Johnny Angels is good too.
Is
That's
the
a good
50s
spot.
diner?
Yeah, it's a cool environment.
It is a cool spot.
Ambiance, if you will.
Ambience is pretty good there.
Ambience
is good.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about Panera on the go?
Not much of a diner.
I don't like Panera.
It's not a diner. I just had a funny story I want to share.
Okay, go ahead.
It's horrible. You guys will think. Actually, you'll say that's right on par with Mario's character. Order a breakfast sandwich. Kid comes over. His employee. I said, I think there's supposed to be sausage on this sandwich. He's like, no, that's the sausage. And without missing a beat, I go, well, that's piss poor.
And what did he say?
He just put his head down.
I don't care,
He put his head down and walked away.
Yeah. He's like, it's okay.
He's like, what are you doing, Guy Fieri over here? Come on. He's wearing the visor.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, well, that's all the time we have for today, you guys and gals. Thanks for listening to Podcastville, presented by Farah and Farah. We hope you just digested a lot of information on the strike that is going on with the writers and the actors, and then hopefully we can get our content back, because eventually I'll be watching nighttime news, and that'll be boring. Go get yourself some breakfast at any of those diners that we said, specifically Metro, because it's the best. And yeah, enjoy yourselves. Thanks for listening and watching and being a part of the Ville. See you next time. Thank you for listening to Podcastville, you guys. We hope you learned a lot, were thoroughly entertained along the way, and that you will be coming back for more. Remember, you can find us pretty much anywhere you find podcasts. You can subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple Music. Heck, we're even on YouTube. Go to Instagram, MySpace. I don't care. You can find us. We're there. And remember, if you or someone you know have been injured, reach out to Farah and Farah.